Today's video is a little bit different. We're going to talk about the channel, talk about what we have spoke to our rep about this platform and how we have felt shadowed lately. We've been back and forth with them for about a month and a half, and it has finally come to a head. Today we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the future of the Max and our channel and what it looks like for this coming future, and we'll discuss a little of it today and what the conclusions are. Today's video starts right now. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today we hope that you enjoy our content each and every day that we put out. If you remember, about 3 months ago or 4 months ago now, we started doing daily posting. We wanted to try our hand at smaller, shorter videos and trying to not only talk prepping but talk sustainable living, talk common sense approaches to kind of the conflicts and difficulties that we are having day in and day out, the politics. And I know a lot of people say, well, I don't want to hear politics. Well, to be honest with you, we live in this world, and that kind of hits our channel, hits what we talk about. It deals with homesteading, as we talked about with the Amish farmer last week. It talks about sustainable living and how it all goes together. When we talk about living a sustainable life, that means prepping. When we talk about prepping, we got to know what the world current events are, what American current events are, and therefore that's why we started doing daily posting. Through that time, our channel was already growing. We had about 200,000 subscribers, and we started growing pretty good. We were growing about 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers a month. Now, there were some months we were doing way more than that. But then we started doing the daily posting, and it really started growing. People started really enjoying the channel. Our average viewership per day was around 150 to 250,000 viewers were taking in our content daily. So a new video is maybe getting 40 or 50, 60,000 views on the front end, but then we had a lot of other people watching the other parts of the channel and subscribing. That's a blessing. We love that. We love sharing and impacting, hopefully, your life, not in a way that we're convincing you to think one way, but to help you say, you know what, I can look at this in a more wise and common sense approach. So that's kind of been our joy, but that's also been our vision for our channel for the last really 4 to 6 months. Now that's kind of a little of the backstory. Now if you remember, about 45 to 50 days ago, I made a video. Our numbers started really drastically changing. It was a little bit prior to Thanksgiving. Around that time, people eat with their family, so we didn't really think much about it. As we kept on going, the trend kept setting. And what was happening was, my channel was sent across to a lot of my majority subscribers, but I was not getting any new audience. If you look in the creators tab of YouTube, they give you all these analytics. It's actually scary because they know so much about who's watching our channels. And not by name, but by subscribership, non-subscribership, the ages, the genders, all the people, all the data that's been taking in. And we were getting views from our subscriber list. I mean, we were hitting great typical average numbers or above. But YouTube quit sharing our content. Now, 8 to 10 months ago, I picked up a YouTube partnership program, kind of a link. They hooked me up with a rep, and I thought that was pretty cool. They got in touch with me, and so I started having a rep. I don't know if it was because my channel was growing or they liked what they saw. I don't think they liked my content, but I think they liked the fact that it was bringing in people to stay on the channel. And we had a good relationship, and every few months it seemed like I was getting a new agent, because that's kind of what they did. I think you kind of got rid of one, a new one came on, try to give you new ideas of how to grow your channel, how to do things different, how to enjoy the benefits of YouTube. And maybe explore some of the new things they're doing. I thought it was a really cool program. Some of my friends had that, some of my friends didn't have that were YouTube creators. And I thought that was a really neat thing, but also it gave me a leadway into maybe, hey, I can discuss with them if we have issues or problems or have questions. Well, I think we're on our about third agent, or third rep, excuse me, for this time. While I'm dealing with this agency, I was actually looked at a brand group to push their commercials and brands, and they would help us build representation to talk to these advertisers. And so I thought that was pretty cool too. But then they started looking at my content, and this organization, this brand representation, this creator marketer, turned me down. Now, I don't know if I brought that up in the vlogs a few months back, but I mean, they literally said, if you don't change your content, you're just not for us. You're a little too much over the top with your views, and we try not to touch on conservative viewership. And I was like, you know, okay, well, I'm not going to change my way of looking at things, so I'll just have to be a free agent still. So if you notice, I do a few brand deals in the videos, a few commercials, but pretty much it's because they believe like we do. A lot of the other ones would not touch us because of our convictions, our Christian views, our conservative views, sustainable outlook of life. So we've not got a lot of brand revenue because we're not in the circles with a lot of content creators because of who we are. So again, back to the rep. The third rep for YouTube was looking at our content. He was like, hey, have you thought about memberships? Have you thought about reaching out to our brands? We have a department that could help you do that. And I said, well, you know, I want to keep it free. I want to keep it where I could read the commercials I want to read and nothing else. So they kept pushing this kind of stuff. And I said, well, you know, we'll look into it. If we keep on growing, you never know. We may can grow a different group of a YouTube channel, and then, of course, our main viewership. All that was transpiring. Up until, you know, October, November, we were having some of the best months that we ever had. Not for just money or anything like that, but because we were daily posting, it seemed like we were going across more people's channel. And it was opening doors for us to get new subscribers, new viewers. And we are so appreciative of every one of our viewers. But it means the world to me when they kind of recommend our channel, because it's like, you know what? If we can get our name out there a little bit more, it helps us say, you know what? Don't listen to what I'm saying, but do your research, because if we can gain wisdom, you're going to be a better, knowledgeable human being as you navigate you and your family's life through this crazy world we live in. So now back to November. When we started to notice our numbers were down, our third rep that we've had, we had a relationship where I could email back and forth. He was emailing me. We'd get on some voice calls about some new things YouTube had. I messaged him and I said, hey, I have a concern. So we went through that. I addressed that in a video. I told him what our problems were and what we were dealing with, how some, it seemed like we were kind of being shadowed. And of course he's like, no, we don't shadow anyone. That's just a terminology. It's not real. That doesn't happen. Well, I showed him the numbers. I showed him comments of people like you who were emailing us, and then some of our subscribers saying, hey, we are unsubscribed now. Hey, we're not, we can't push the thumbs up button. Hey, we can't share your content to other platforms. Hey, we can't even see you unless we search for your name. We shared hundreds of comments like that with our rep. So we're getting to that time now where even though we've had these conversations, I tend to get a new agent around this time. It would have been that 2 or 3 month time where the new agent would kick on. All of a sudden I get an email from my rep and he says, hey, I see your concerns. We're going to keep working through them. It's going to take us a lot of time. However, I'm not going to be your rep anymore. YouTube will assign a new rep. Now here's the thing, anytime I got a new rep, before the old rep was done, the new rep was part of that email concurrent, so that way it was kind of like a seamless transition. So I'd lose one rep and all of a sudden this new rep would say, hey man, how are you? I'm your new rep for YouTube. Let's talk about whatever, get to know you kind of thing. That hasn't happened. So this platform dropped my rep. I don't have a new one yet, and that's okay. I have no problem with that. But the voicing of the concerns, and the fact that I'm showing them proof of what's happening to my channel, I think it kind of made them say, well, you know what? We're not going to do anything about it anyway. We might as well drop this guy. And see, I was sharing all these discrepancies. I was sharing all these comments with YouTube with the rep. When I got the email saying that he was no longer going to be my rep and they're going to find new information, they conclude the whole email saying, all this stuff, it's just the norm. None of these comments really help us say that there's anything that's wrong with your channel. Now, my views have dropped pretty much by about 60%. Now, if that's organically, that's okay. I have no problem. That means I'm a boring guy. But after having 3 of the most successful viewership months we've ever had, it's hard to believe that, especially when our numbers were through the roof on all those months. And then all of a sudden, it's like a light switch turned off right before Thanksgiving. And then I lose my agent. He tells me nothing's wrong with the channel. However, I don't get a new rep. And again, my views are dropped by 60%. The revenue that they pay is changed. The algorithm style for me is changed. I don't think that happens just by coincidence. Now, I'm sitting here where, you know, we live on a farm. I work a full-time job. We homeschool 6 kids. We raise all our food other than just when we want to eat in town or when we want to run to the grocery store. I don't have editors. I don't have anything like that. So if I lose the channel or I lose my viewership, it's not the fact that it hurts me financially. It does. I mean, I make money on YouTube, but it does not. It's not a thing that I'm losing to a point where it's going to cause me to go through some kind of financial hardship. Meaning, because we budget, because of the way we do our life, we are not in debt up to our eyeballs, nothing like that. But it's the fact that when we have the freedom of speech to be able to speak to you, and we've built this platform of over 5 to 7 years of building this relationship with people who are like-minded. And when someone can just take that away from you just because they don't like what you say, I think that's where we reach the problem. Now, I'm just a little old YouTuber from South Mississippi. If my channel stopped, it wouldn't change anything. Other channels would come along and you'd be fine to watch those. And they could probably give you great information. But the sad thing is, I think we're just seeing the first steps of that. Where you're going to see a lot more entertainment thrown your way. You're going to see a lot more shorts thrown your way. You're going to see a lot more of the Mr. Beast or the Dude Perfects, which are great content creators. I love watching Dude Perfect. I watch it almost every day with my kids. They love him. But you're going to see more entertainment in front of you, I think, for 2024, instead of truth and information for 2024. PolitiFact came out, one of their main editors said, you know, I believe in 2024 we're going to see a sign of way more shadowing and covering information on social media platforms, especially on the ones they can control. So I'm just one little guy, but my heart is, I love sharing on YouTube. Now, what's my future on YouTube? I don't know. I guess that's up to our YouTube overlords. I don't know. But I'm going to keep on trying to share as much as I can. Now, here's the thing. I need you. The only people getting this video right now are people that's pretty much on my subscriber list that's got the bell ring. Check your bell. Check your subscribe. Check your thumbs up. And keep letting us know your feedback. Let us know about the videos if you like the videos. Let us know if you're able to comment. Let us know if you're able to be subscribed. The more we get our traction up, the more thumbs up we get, the better that it helps us get to our other subscribers. Again, we're not even able to hardly get to our whole set of subscribers. So the future on YouTube for us is we're going to keep on keeping on until we can't keep on anymore. I've tried other platforms. I know people say, hey, check Rumble or check Twitter, and we have presence on both of those, but we can't get the traction. I do believe YouTube is the place to be. I really do. It has all the information that you're needing. I just hope that they will change the way they do their algorithm to where people who want to watch you get to watch you. And that's for any content creator. Now, I'm just a little guy. I know people like Tucker Carlson and Glenn Beck and some of those guys, even Matt Walsh with Daily Wire, some of those guys, our bigger platforms, had way more shadowing, and now they've moved, you know, on to different platforms, and that's awesome. My goal is hopefully to keep a freestyle daily vlogging for you, and hopefully we can grow together and be wise and be smart, have a common sense approach to prepping, to homesteading, to living sustainable, and again, navigating our family through a crazy world that we live in. Again, I need your help. If you can share this channel, if you can give us a thumbs up, if you comment, if you make sure you're subscribed, it does mean the world to me, and it does help us hopefully share to other people. It's not the money, it's not even influence, it's nothing like that when it comes to why I do YouTube. I honestly do it because I love sharing my life with you. I love letting you know there's other people like you that feel the way you do about what's going on. Also, it encourages me because sometimes I don't feel like there's a lot of people that feel like me in this world, but then when you comment, say, you're speaking just what I feel every day. I love the fact that you're a Christian conservative. I love the fact that you're doing this and that and this and that. That's encouraging to me. So when we build that community, it helps us stay grounded to keep on pressing on. So again, don't know what my future is, but I do know that we're going to keep on trying and keep on hoping to do well here and keep on pushing truth until I can't anymore. I thank you for being part of this journey. It's been a phenomenal journey, and I hope it continues for a whole nother decade, more than what it's already been for this 5 to 7 years. It's been a fun journey. But more than that, I want us to find the true wisdom and true common sense and research the things that most people are not researching. And that helps us, I think, wholeheartedly. I love entertainment, love YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube for entertainment and how-tos. But then there's times I want to find out information. And when we're able to share that information and also receive that information, that's where I think we grow more enlightened, more wisdom, more knowledge, more common sense. And we, I think, can do better here in America. Guys, thank you so much for putting up with me. I hope that you are subscribed to our channel. If you're not, please do. Make sure your bell's on. Give us a thumbs up. Share this content, because our hope is always to share things that are positive and uplifting. Even when we talk about the hard issues, there's always hope. In each video, we always leave with hope, because there is always hope. And spiritually, there's more hope than we can ever give at YouTube. It's through Christ, and I hope that you see that too. Guys, again, thank you for watching. God bless.
Be free with me.